we're gonna have fun today. We're going to practice all the things around hips opener. Um, Most of the time, especially if you live in Europe, we don't really sit on the floor because the floor is really cold. So we sit in the comfort of our couch, or sometimes maybe if you're still working during this isolation, if you're a teacher, you're probably still working, and probably you get to your workplace um, by car or maybe some public transport, and also you'll be sitting again. And so this is why, like, if you're living in Europe in comparison to living in Indonesia, you kind of like have a hips that is not really open. It's pretty tight on the hips, and probably you have a lower back pain more often than not, because our culture here in Europe, that we're sitting for a long period of time, always sitting the same way. Even if you go to work, maybe if you live in Holland, you go by bike, it's the same way of like hips opening. So in today's practice, we're going to have a wider range of hips mobility, so that we have that less of a lower back pain, and also that it just release a lot of stresses, because we tend to hold a lot of stresses around our hips area. And when your hips are tight, believe it or not, usually, I mean, the other way around. If you're clenching your jaws, usually your hips is really tight as well. So the jaws and the hips are connecting. So in this practice, I would like you to also remember to unclench your jaws, so that everything in the body can loosen up, can release all the tension that your body no longer need, basically, both physically and emotionally. So I think we're ready. Let's get it started. You can have playlists if you like some music, or you can turn on your music on the background, and we'll find a nice, comfortable laying down position. So yes, we're going to start by laying down today. So instead of laying down with our legs straight out, we're going to bring the sole of the feet together to touch, and allow the knees to drop down to the side. So it's just like a butterfly posture. And then bring the hands behind you and slowly take yourself all the way down onto the earth, or find your own way, the most comfortable way to lay down here. And if you have blocks, you can always place them underneath your outer thighs to support you, because sometimes it does get a little bit too tense here. So find what feels good, and let's place the left hands on top of our heart and the right hands on top of our belly. Maybe take a moment, closing the eyes, and allow yourself to arrive in this space that we're in. Allowing yourself to listen to all the sounds around you. And as you listen to those sounds, try to not to identify all the sounds. So basically, just allow your ears to listen to them and let it go. Now let's gently bring your awareness into the journey of your breath. Allow your palms to feel the rising and the falling of your breath. Allow every inhale to open the front side of the body, And allow every exhale to take you deeper and deeper into this posture. Continue to breathe, maybe this time a little deeper, a little slower. And notice your jaws. You're unclenching your jaws. You're surrendering all what you have to this very moment. Forget everything that had happened a second ago. And try to put all of your plans on hold. All what you have is right now. Now let's activate our Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is also known as the ocean breath or victorious breath, or also most of us like to associate Ujjayi breath with the Darth Vader breath. Start to constrict the back of your throat. Begin to inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Again. Continue to breathe that way, finding ease as you inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're gently going to bring our hands on the outer edge of our outer thighs here, and let's bring the knees together to touch. So take your time. Sometimes it does feel a little tight. So be very gentle and be very sweet to yourself, keeping the feet wider than your hip width apart, and let's bring the knees together to touch. Maybe keeping your hands, both of your hands, down the side of your body, and let's windscreen wiper your legs a little bit. So bringing the knees to one side and to the other side. Remember to continue to breathe. So if Ujjayi breath is a little bit too challenging for you today, just find or use whatever kind of breathing techniques that is easy for you to follow. And then we'll slowly come back to the center. Let's bring the knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow the back of the neck to relax. Let's set an intention for our practice today. Where do you want to take this practice into? And we're going to interlace the hands, place the palms behind the head, keeping your shoulders open, keeping your elbows away from one another. So we're just going to practice some core connector here. On your next inhale, let's bring the forehead in towards your knees. On your exhale, slowly release. Good, again, bring the forehead in. And then release. One more time, forehead in. And gently release. Good, now we're going to extend the right leg long diagonally in front of us. You can point the toes or you can flex the foot, whatever that feels good for you. We're going to practice some yogi bicycle here. So yes, yogi also ride bicycle in the asana. So we're going to bring the right elbows into the left knee. So crisscross here. And then opposite side. And opposite side. So continue to breathe, inhale. And exhale. Continue. Find your rhythm. It doesn't have to be fast, but try to find the rhythm that is good for you. Three more times. And slowly release. Drop the head down. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Maybe rock side to side for a little bit. And then once you come back to the center, hands behind the back of your thighs, using the momentum to come all the way back into a seated position. And we're going to transition into all fours. Find your foundation through the palms, through the knees, keeping the wrists right underneath your shoulders, and knees are at hip width apart. So checking in with your navels, you want to pull the navels in towards the spine. So ideally in and up, and try to use your lower back here. So instead of dropping down, melting down through the lower back, try to push away through the back body up towards the sky. A couple of cat-cow here because it's always good. Inhale, drop the bellies down, send the heart forward. And exhale, round the spine. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more times. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to take into a couple of flow. Gently come back into all fours, checking in so that you're spreading your fingers away from one another. Curl the toes under. Exhale. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Feel free to walk the dogs in the park by bending the knees side to side. Maybe to move your head into a gesture of yes or a gesture of no. Keeping your fingers away from one another, still pointing the index fingers forward, and press all the knuckles down towards the earth. Lifting the tailbones up towards the sky, and keep pulling the lower bellies in towards your spine here. On your next inhale, we're going to gently drop the knees down to the earth. Keep the heart open here. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So one breath at a time. Inhale, drop the knees, heart radius forward, shoulders away. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. Good. Let's come up onto the tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step, jump, or float to meet your hands. Inhale into a flat back, hands, fingertips on the floor, or maybe hands against your shins here. Using the back body to push away towards the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees if you need to. Allow your head to feel heavy, and gently shift your body weight forward towards your toes. Let's grab opposite elbows. And allow your jaws to release, to unclench. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale to stay. Release your arms down. Gently bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to rise into standing. Reach your arms up overhead. Look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, Samastitihi. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Keep the feet at hip width apart. Find awareness through the four corners of your feet. Slightly bent in your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. You can bring the palms together or keep them apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward towards the horizon here. Exhale, step back to plank. Keep pushing away through the back body, just like what we did in the all fours. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Take your time, find what feels good. Inhale to slide forward into baby cobra. Keep the heart lifted. Press down through the top part of your feet. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, step the feet to meet the hands. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Softly bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach your arms up, heart open. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back into plank. From plank, you can drop the knees, chest and chin, or you can come all the way, halfway through Chaturanga. Inhale, push away, choose Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath, keeping that tailbones lifted up and back, and walk the feet together to touch. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. And try to write your last name with your right foot here. So my last name is pretty long. Try not to cheat. It is really, oh my gosh, this is really important to use the wider range of motion of your hips in order to write this, to write your name, whatever your last name might be. So I hope you're almost there. And once you're done, I guess I'm done. I'm gonna keep that right leg lifted. And I'm gonna step that right leg forward on the outer edge of the yoga mat. Drop the left knee down to the earth so that the right foot is on the outer edge of the right hands. On your next inhale, reach the right arms up to the sky. So we're in a twist. Relax your hips down. Keep the heart open. Pull the navels in. On your next exhale, we're going to circle the right arms down to the back of the room here. And down to the floor, and reaching it all the way up again to the sky. So 4 more times, circle it back and down and all the way up. And again, back, down, all the way up. Back, down, all the way up. Keep your hips low. And back, down, last one, all the way up. From here, place the right palms against the inner part of your right thighs and begin to push the legs away. So try to stay on the knife edge of the right foot. Lift the heart open. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale to stay. Slowly come back to the center. Plant the soles of the foot down. Hands again on the floor. Curl the left toes under left knees off the ground. Step the right foot all the way back up into three-legged dog. On your exhale, squeeze the right knee into your nose and step it all the way forward next to your hands. Drop the left knee down to the earth. So we're in a low lunge. Keeping the heart open and hips low, both of your legs are squeezing in towards the midline here. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, maybe stay, maybe sink a little deeper. So see what is the possibility with your body today. And let's bring the hands in front of the heart. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to twist to the right side, snuggling the left upper arms against the right outer thighs here. Bring the hands right in front of the heart. Option 1 to stay here. Option 2, maybe some of you have the practice and could find the bind. So if you have our straps, you can also use that, but that's not the point of our practice today. So if you want to just find the simplest twist, go ahead and stay. And slowly come back to the center. Hands on the floor. Curl the left toes under. Lift the left knee off the ground and step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. This time we're going to keep the feet at hip width apart. On your next inhale, find Vinyasa. Shift forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Find your breath, feet together to touch. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Good. So why don't we write the capital city of Indonesia? I hope you know what it is. What is the capital city of Indonesia? Write that down with the left leg and try to really use the hips to write the words, each one of the alphabets. And once you're done, I hope you're done, almost at least. We're gonna swing the left foot on the outer edge of the open and exhale. Circle the left arms down the back and on the floor and all the way up. 4 more times. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Inhale up. Good. Let's place the left palms on the outer edge of the left thighs. And turn the left foot into the knife edge of the foot. Keep the heart lifted and breathe. One more deep breath. And exhale, slowly come back to the center. Bring the left hands on the floor, curl the right toes under. Lift the knees off the ground and step the left foot back into three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward between your hands. Lower the right knees down to the earth. Low lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs in towards one another. Breathe in, reach your arms up. And exhale, let's sink a little deeper. Keep the heart open, shoulders down and relax. Let's bring the hands in front of the heart on our inhale. On the exhale, let's twist to the left side this time. Snuggle the right upper arms against your left thighs, bringing both of your hands in front of the heart. So if I turn around, you'll be able to see from the front. Maybe stay here, or maybe if you have the practice, find the bind and lean back. Otherwise, stay. Good. Exhale, let's bring the hands onto the earth. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Find your foundation through the palms, through the sole of the feet. Find Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, push away. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Keep the back foot to stay on its toes. Bend the front knees, engage the core. Inhale, reach up into high lunge. We keep the front side of the body open and try to expand through the collarbones. Imagine that you're holding gigantic beach ball in between your hands here. And exhale, sink a little deeper and gently bring the hands onto the earth. Keeping the spine lengthened, bellies in, we're gonna keep reaching the hands forward. We're gonna step the left foot halfway through. Keep the hands reaching out. I'm just gonna move to the center of the mat so that you can see, and we're gonna lift the left leg up. You can keep both of your hands on the floor. The standing knee, which is the right leg, is slightly bent. Keep the left foot activated. Point the left pinky toes onto the earth. On your next inhale, maybe stay here, or maybe bring both of your hands, Namaste hands, in front of your chest. Keep the back of the neck lengthened. One more breath. And exhale, take the hands down to the earth here. On your exhale, bend the right knee, the standing knee. Step the left foot back down and step back, downward facing dog. Good, find Vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Let's bring the feet together to touch for the opposite side. So inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale, step forward. Let's stay on the back toes. Bend the front knees. Inhale to rise up. High lunge. Keep the back leg straight. The front leg and the back leg are equally strong. Activate your fingertips, activate your palms, allow your hip to soften. And let's take the hands onto the earth, keeping the bellies in and reach the hands forward. Keep the back of the neck lengthened and step the right foot halfway forward and begin to lift that right leg up. Remember the standing knee, which is the left leg, is always slightly bent. So keep that right foot activated. When you keep the foot that are lifted in the air activated, it feels a little lighter. Option 1 to stay here. Option 2, hands in front of the heart. One more breath. And exhale, slowly step the right foot down, hands down, step back, and downward facing dog. Let's find our vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, push away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's open the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Walk the hands one step closer towards your feet. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. Keep lifting the tailbones up and back. Keep the head relaxed. Keeping the core engaged. And we're going to grab hold the right ankle with the left hand. So it's a crisscross. And then maybe just stay here. But if you have access or accessibility to find a deeper twist, bring your head underneath the right armpit and bend the left elbow. Slowly come back to the center. We're going to do the same to the opposite side, of course. Grab hold of the left ankle. Maybe stay, maybe look away from the left armpit. And breathe and slowly come back to the center. Good. Allow the head to drop down towards the earth, the back of the neck lengthen. And let's bring the heels in. Allow the toes to point out. Heels in, toes out, okay? And let's walk the hands back towards our legs. Let's bend the knees and come down into Malasana. Yes, the pose in Sanskrit is called Malasana. If you're Indonesian and you're watching this, you know Malasa. You know what Malasa means. So Malasana, really, I'm serious. So you can place your hands in front of the chest into Namaste hands. If you're one of those students who stand on your toes, go ahead and place something underneath your heels, right? So remember, the idea of yoga practice is to find opening in the body, not to find pain. So let's keep the hands in front of the heart, lengthening through the spine. And like slowly place the hands onto the earth. So you want to keep the thighs open. Try to push the legs away from one another with your upper arms here. Keep your collarbones expanded on your next inhale. Let's find twist. Reach the left arms up overhead. And then let's reach out towards the back of the room. So when you reach out through the left hands to the back of the room, you still want to keep the right leg open. So don't collapse. Open it with your right upper arms. Good. Let's bring the left hands back to the earth. We're going to do the same thing to the opposite side. Keep the left leg open this time. Reach the right arms up to the sky and circle it down behind you. Continue to breathe. And then slowly come back into the center, into the earth. And this time, wherever you are, we're going to bring the hands behind us so that we can find a seated position. In this seated position, let's find our butterfly. So just like what we did in the beginning of this practice, soles of the feet together to touch and allow the legs to drop down the side. So like I mentioned earlier, if this is a little bit too much for you and you have something that looks like a block, could be a book or even pillow, you can place it on the outer edge of your legs. So if you don't have anything, don't worry about it. As long as you don't feel pain, you're good to go. You can place your hands anywhere, maybe on your feet, or if you can't reach your feet, maybe your legs is further away, just grab your shins. Sit nice and tall. On your exhale, we're gonna hinge forward from the hips here. So try to bring the heart a little closer to the earth. So every yoga posture, every asana is a process. You don't have to look a certain way, and that is important for every yogi to understand this. This is not a competition. There's no certain posture that will make you look perfect. So a perfect asana is where you can stay in the posture for a longer period of time without any pain, and you'll be able to turn your awareness inwards. So instead of thinking, if you're in Holland like me, you'll be thinking, oh, what am I gonna eat for lunch? So this is not really yoga mind that we're trying to achieve. So keep sending the breath in and out of your body, so that every time your mind is trying to take you away from where you are, the breath will always going to remind you and take you back into the present moment. One more deep breath. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come all the way back into a seated position. Good. Let's extend the left leg long in front of us. We're gonna bend the right knee. Once you bend the right knee, we're gonna drop the right knee down to the side. So just like what we did earlier from the front, it's gonna look like this. And bring the sole of the foot on the inner thighs into Janusirsasana. Again, if this is a little bit too tight, feel free to help yourself find support, right? So you should be able to find anything that you can grab in order to give you some support. And take out some fleshy bit from underneath your legs, because it'll just help you to find the grounding to the earth. Sit nice and tall. Keep the front side of the body open. Keep both of your feet flexed here. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Again, so open heart, open mind, open hips. Hopefully, on your exhale, we're going to hinge forward from the hips. Maybe hands on the floor or not, or maybe hands on the left foot, okay? Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, bring the heart a little closer towards the left leg. Good, together, let's take a deep breath in. We're gonna lengthen through the crown. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Go one more time, inhale in. And exhale to stay, maybe a little deeper, maybe not. And then slowly come all the way back into a seated position. Good, let's change side. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee. The left sole of the foot against the inner thighs, flexing the right foot. Again, reaching the arms up to the sky. Or if you're still taking things away, go ahead and do that. On your exhale, fold forward from the hips. Maybe hands on the floor this time, or maybe hands on the feet, on the foot, because the right side and the left side are pretty different. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Give yourself a space to breathe or to explore. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. Good job. Slowly come all the way back into the seated position. And this time we're going to extend both of the legs out. Flex both of your feet. And again, maybe take out some fleshy bit from underneath the legs, the thighs here. Inhale in. Keep the heart open. Collarbones expanded. And exhale, forward fold. So again, some of you will be able to grab your feet. Some of you will be able to just find your shins. Both are perfectly fine here. Take a deep breath in and exhale, forward fold. 2 more time. Inhale in, lengthen, heart open. Exhale, fold. Good. Last one. Inhale in. And exhale, fold. Good. Slowly come back into a seated position. And then we'll slowly set the feet at the very top of your yoga mat if you haven't already. So I was previously in the center of the yoga mat, so now I have to set my feet at the top of the mat. And I'm gonna bring my hands behind me, pointing the fingers towards my bums. Spread the fingers wide here, and I'm gonna loop the shoulders up, back, and away so that it'll help me to open up through the front side of my body. So we're gonna bend the knees here, keeping the feet at hip width apart. Just a little practice on reverse table. Keep the lower bellies in, so that's important. Heart open, and then push through your hands and the palms in order to lift the midline or the center part of the body here up towards the sky. Push away from the hands. Open up through the shoulders. And exhale, take your bums down to the earth. So the second one, we're going to do the same thing, or maybe if you want to explore with me, you can extend the legs out. So what we're going to do next is reverse plank. So, but if this is a little bit too scary for you, which is completely normal, you can come again into that reverse tabletop. Otherwise, point the toes away. Again, loop the shoulders up, back, and away so that you can open up through the chest here. Strong in the fingers, strong in the hands, and lift the hips up. Toes on the floor, and maybe drop the head down the back. Or maybe just tuck your chin in. And exhale, slowly come all the way back to the earth. Good. Let's interlace the fingers and just rotate your hands to one side. And now the challenge happens. We're going to rotate the hands or the wrist to the opposite side. Try not to think about it, because once you think about it, you're like, oh my God, this is actually hard. Just go ahead to the right side and then to the left side. Good job. So we deserve this. Come all the way down into the earth. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Open the arms wide to the side. Take a deep breath in. Sometimes it's nice to have the cactus arm, sorry. On your exhale, let's drop the knees to the right side. Good. In this twist, we're going to look away towards the left fingertips or through the left shoulders. Allow the belly to soften. Allow your hips to soften as well as with your knees. And inhale, slowly come back to the center. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, drop the legs to the opposite side and gaze to the right shoulder. Soften your body, the breath, and soften your facial muscles. And then we'll slowly again come back to the center. Let's bring the knees in towards the chest, and let's give our shins a little bit of hugs with our arms, lifting the forehead, and bring the forehead towards the knees, pulling the navels in towards the floor. Hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently release. We have reached our final relaxation, Shavasana, the most important part of our practice. So if you can't do the other asana, at least don't skip out. Stay with me. We're going to stay here, really. So keep your arms rested alongside of your body. Turn the palms up. Some of you feel more safe, probably, with or by placing your palms on top of your belly. And if you do have some lower back issues, please bend your knees collapsing in towards one another into the center, and feet a little bit wider apart than your hips. So choose where you want to stay. Close your eyes. And if you have your hands on your belly already, just feel the rising and the falling of the breath through the belly. Allow the breath to flow in and out of your body without putting so much effort in it. Observe the jaws. Are you still clenching your jaws? Why don't we release the jaws, the shoulders, and the hips? Allow every exhale to take you deeper and deeper into this space. Allow the space between your eyebrows to soften. The longer you stay here, your breath will become softer, will become more calm. Let's gently deepen the breath. And then move your toes and your fingertips, reaching your arms up overhead, and stretch it all out. You can yawn if you need to yawn. And let's bring the knees in towards the chest so that we can roll completely to our right side and take a moment to stay here. And keeping your eyes completely closed, trusting your intuition. Push yourself against your palms, finding your Sukhasana or cross-legged seated position or any other seated position that you prefer. Sit nice and tall. Shoulders aligned with your hips and your head is aligned with your heart. Bring both of your hands in front of the heart. Just gently allow your thumbs to rest against your chest so that you can notice your heartbeats. And we'll end the practice today by chanting Om together one time. Before we chant, let's take a deep, 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 deep breath in. And exhale to sigh. Inhale to chant. Let's bring the thumbs up between the eyebrows to stay connected with our intuition. Bring the thumbs down to our lips for truth and honesty. Bring the thumbs down to our hearts for love and compassion. Bring the hands down to the earth. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're still here with me. So I hope you enjoy your practice. I hope this is something that you can benefit from, especially to finish the rest of the day. If you're in Indonesia, then I guess you're having dinner, right? Soon. Well, we're here in Holland. We're about to have lunch now. So have a nice lunch, everyone, if you're in Europe. Yeah, so this practice was all about hips opening. And on Thursday, we're going to have another hips opening. And then on Saturday, hopefully, we're going to reach a peak pose, which is half moon pose. So that's another hips opening. So every day in the week, we're going to go up a little higher with the level of intensity. And so if you stick with the practice every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, hopefully you'll be able to follow everything without any obstacle. And yeah, so thank you so much for today. I hope to see you again on Thursday. If you have any questions, anything, you can, I guess, write it down on the chat or in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe into this channel. Thank you, Sootra Yoga, for giving us the space, safe space for us to practice together through all the continents. So far, I know that you're all from Europe and Asia, Indonesia. So good to see you guys. Thank you so much.